Yeah, listener, was not ignoring you. You could tell that by the fact that I got back to you on that. So let me say this, and this goes back to boxing years and years ago. So everybody knows Mike Tyson, right? Who people might not know unless they're a diehard boxing fan is a guy named Orlin Norris. Now, physically and appearance wise, Orlin Norris looked a lot like Mike Tyson. Very muscular, very short for a heavyweight, blah, 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 blah. But Orlin Norris was actually more of a boxer than a puncher, if you can believe it or not. So Orlin Norris would get in there with his little short size and he'd outbox guys. And they were making the comparison at one point between Orlin and Mike. And a boxing magazine said, Tyson can box too. Well, that was at the height of Tyson's popularity, right? And his image and everything else. That's a long way of saying we tend to project things onto fighters that they can't do because we're so amazed with what they can do. Like Mike Tyson was a wrecking ball. He took those fat, lazy 80s heavyweights and he bashed right through them with conditioning and power and savagery. So it was a real easy instinct to go, yeah, and Mike can box too, just like Orlin Norris. There's nothing Mike can't do. That's how we feel about our heroes. And that's how we feel about the guys in the ring. Now, if Umar truly had elite stand-up, I think you'd see a lot more complete fighter. And I will say this in defense of Umar. I don't think anybody can have elite both. Like, how do I say this? Khabib was very powerful. But if you watched him move around the ring and the way he threw strikes and whatnot, you wouldn't say he was an elite kickboxer, right? Alex Pereira is an elite kickboxer, and he will never be an elite grappler. It's two different skill sets, right? There's a lot of isometric stuff going on, isometric strength and conditioning in grappling. Conversely, striking is very snap and blast and power. So together, it's almost impossible to be the entire package. But let's keep it real. That's what makes MMA so fun, right? There's a hole somewhere in someone that lets somebody else in, and that's it, right? And that's why we love it. One of the things that hurt boxing so bad is it's so myopic, right? You got two hands. Like, there's a million different ways to box. But at the end of the day, in one way or the other, you're still boxing. MMA's got so many components that we're always going to have flawed fighters. And flawed fighters, as Arturo Gatti and Mickey Ward taught us, are the fighters that give the most exciting fights. There it is. Everybody like and follow for more on the Fight Game.